Is Andrew Holmes, and you're listening to AM 560, The Answer. Every single week, we talk about how do you make money with real estate. What do you do? What are the trends? What is going on? And talking about trends, in Chicago in general, I mean, the market is hot. We've kind of switched over. We've been doing the show now for 4 years, and over the course of time, we started kind of when the market was soft. It started uptrending, in 2013, then 14, then 15, and 16. I should say, actually, we started the show in 2012, I believe. Yeah, 2012. And now we're in 16, and each year the market has had an uptick. Are we in a market that is going straight up? No, we're not in a market that's going straight up, but here's the reason. I'm going to kind of break down how the market works and how do you. So there are three types of markets that you're going to find yourself in. You're going to find yourself in a market which is going to be just blah. What do I mean by that? That not really the market's not going down, it's not going down, it's not going down, it's not going up. It's pretty flat. That's a blah market. There are markets like, let's say, Memphis, Tennessee, happens to be one of those markets which, over a long course of time, because of the demographics in terms of the ratio of renters versus the ratio of buyers, because of that ratio, that market has been fairly flat. Is that a good market to invest in? Well, it depends what type of an investor you are. If you're going to do fix and flips, then pretty much you know that you're not going to get a huge bump. If you're in a market which is a downtrending market, what do I mean by a downtrending market? A market which is going down. So let's say you buy a property in January, and in January the property is worth 200,000. Well, by the time you get into June, the market might have lost steam, and now that same property that was worth 200,000 in January is going to be only worth 190, and that's kind of what the period was during 2009, 10, 11, and 12, where the market was coming down. So I don't know if this is an actual word in the dictionary, but I like to call that slippage. What does that mean? That the market month over month is actually slipping. And the way I came up with that word was, if you're going to do a flip, I mean, think about it. This is critical to think about. That if you're going to do a flip in June and you buy that property in December or January of the year before, that you bought the property that year. Let's say we're in 2015 and you buy a property in January 2015. And then you're going to sell it, you're going to bring it to market in June. So from January, February, March, April, May, and June, you have 5 or 6 months where the market is slipping. Now, when you bought the property in January, you bought the property based on the fact that, well, the market's going to be is at 200 today. Well, where it is today really does not matter. What matters is, where do you think it's going to be? And in a market that is slipping, and let's just say it's slipping at maybe 0.5% a month, how do you really make money in that market? Well, the way to make money in that particular market is that you're going to buy it with basically double what the slippage factor is. What do I mean by that? So if the market is slipping, let's say for the whole year, by 6%, you should buy a property with a 12% discount. So what that means is, you should buy the property that you're going to sell in June with a discount. For the year, it's 12% discount. For the first 6 months, it's going to be a 6% discount. So if you already take into account that, oh my God, the property's only going to be worth about maybe 12,000 less than the 200,000. So what does 12,000 less than 200,000 mean? It's going to be worth about $188,000 when I go to sell it. If you bought the property based on that criteria, guess what happens? You're going to make money every single time. It's not whether the market is going up, it's not whether the market's coming down, or if it's stable. What really makes money in real estate, and this is what most people who fail in real estate, this is one thing that they miss. 60% is based on how you buy. 30% is based on how you rehab. Listening to AM 560, and you're listening to Chicago's biggest flipping team. And I should say number one flipping team. Not the we might not be the biggest in terms of my weight. I hope not, right? But you guys didn't get the joke. These guys are like, what are you talking about? Anyways, so having said that, the purpose of the show has been is what strategies, what are the things that you can do in real estate that you can actually not just talk about, but do here in the Chicagoland area, and how do you use real estate to build wealth? In the last segment, we were talking about a recording, which I just did, and that's about where do you find the money and how do you find the money. That's available to everyone that calls. Actually, the first